Pokemon Go is one of the first of its kind. It created a phenomenon for people to go and do things that they normally wouldn't have done. Pokemon Go allows the player to get outside of their room, outside of their house, and do things like see other people and go to town where you might not necessarily went to town, or go to other towns to play Pokemon Go because your town sucks and doesn't have any Pokemon, or if you have no friends in your town and you have to find random strangers to play Pokemon Go with. Since the release, it saw a massive skyrocket of new players joining in to catch Pokemon, and then it had a massive drop of players uninstalling because it got very boring, or they just got tired of it and there weren't enough things in it. So Niantic had a giant event in Chicago. It was called Pokemon Go Fest. You were gonna go, you paid, I don't know what the tickets cost, but they paid, I know there were a lot, and a lot of people flew, drove, and stayed in hotels and whatnot, and they went to Pokemon Go Fest, and it was supposed to be this super awesome, oh my god, it's Pokemon Go, there's a potential for legends to be there, and you're gonna play with your friends, you're gonna meet people, and it's gonna be so cool. Well, it wasn't so cool. It was not cool at all. It sucked. Apparently the wait line was like 4.5 hours. The early access was late. People were late in getting into the event. Pokemon Go crashed for like straight hours. People couldn't even play, and the people that could play, they would get like one Pokemon and then it would crash. For a lot of people, Pokemon Go Fest was a massive, massive failure. Now, you could catch legendary Pokemon while you're there. It's now live. You can catch Pokemon, or legendary Pokemon like Lugia and Articuno. You can catch the big fat birds that they are, and you can have them. This event did really rally a lot of people to play Pokemon Go again, but then all the people that probably got back into it realized that it's the same old game and nothing's changed, other than they added another generation and added some legendaries that aren't so good. Well, as of today, there's a giant argument between the game is still alive and doing very well, and then the game sucks, no one's playing it, it's dead. I think Pokemon Go is not going to die, but I don't think it's going to get substantially better like it was when it first released. It's going to require a lot of things to change in order for that to happen. And I have a big fat list of things that, in my opinion, those things have to be implemented for the game to improve. First thing on my list is a friends list. In Pokemon Go, you cannot add people. You have a name, you have a character, you have an avatar. But when you meet someone, the only way to be able to continue to play with that person or meet that person and stay in contact with that person is either through your phone, by texting them, Facebook, Twitter, or social media. There's nothing on the app itself that allows you to add that person that you just met, or your friends, or your physical friends. Instead of texting your friends on your phone, you could have messaged them on Pokemon Go and said, hey, I'm playing, let's go play. Another thing that could have been added in this, and this is a side thing, this isn't like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this and say that this is a necessary thing that needs to happen, but having it ability to GPS track your friends. And that sounds like really crazy, but it's something we do already. There's apps to do that. So you could open up your Pokemon Go app and see where your friends are. Oh, they're playing Pokemon Go in town? They didn't tell me? I'll go in town and play with them. Or, you know, the stranger you met, oh hey, he's playing in town, I'll go play with him. That's just another thing that they could add on top of the friends list to be able to continue to play with new players or your friends. Second on my list is combat. Pokemon Go literally has no combat in it. It is, you go, you catch the you throw Pokeballs at the Pokemon, then you get the Pokemon, and then it sits in your inventory, and the only way you can actually physically combat other Pokemon is in a gym. And those gym battles don't feel like Pokemon at all. It's just you tapping on the screen until the big Pokemon dies, and you either soloed it because you're in no man's town and you have no friends, or you did it with a bunch of people and you destroyed it and it took no effort and you caught that Pokemon. Now, in my opinion, that's not the worst thing ever. It's sort of fun to do, but it could have been way better. It could have been so much better. Pokemon the game, the OG game, has a turn-based combat system. Tapping on my screen is not turn-based. It's active, yeah, I give it that. It's exciting. You just get the Pokemon, but I want that turn-based strategic combat that Pokemon has. On top of creating this combat system, I want to be able to battle my friends or the strangers that I meet. I want to be able to be like, oh, you have Pokemon Go? I'm going to battle you. Or, hey, I would like to battle you. I'm not going to like, hey, I'm going to battle you. But I want to be able to battle other people. I have all these Pokemon. What am I supposed to do with them other than take on gym battles, which you can only do one a day without paying money. So you can only go have fun battling things one time. And like I said, I have a giant Pokedex full of these Pokemon that I can't use. I can't utilize them other than to go to gyms. I want to be able to battle my friends. I want to have my strongest Pokemon, go in there, whoop them, and that's what I want. I want to do that. Next on my list, it kind of piggybacks off what I was just talking about. I want to be able to trade. Trading in Pokemon is very important. You might have a Pokemon that I like and I don't have and has a different CP or different abilities, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then I have one that you're like, oh my god, that's super cool. I want that one. And then like, well, we'll trade. We'll straight up trade. Here's my cool Pokemon for your cool Pokemon, and then we're all happy. Now, implementing the trade before you implement the combat makes no sense in my opinion. They need the combat first. They need the combat first. Honestly, the trade could be on the last of the list, but I made it third because I think it's very important. You need to be able to interact with the players. It just seems like this very weird, like, solo adventure where you're like, I'm not gonna go with my friends because what's the point? We're just gonna go battle a gym and catch the Pokemon, and we can't battle each other. We can't be like, I'm better than you. You literally just go and beat gyms. But nonetheless, trading, I think, isn't necessary to continue the growth of Pokemon Go. Next, it has a lot to do with the numbers in the system that Pokemon Go uses. The combat power levels of these Pokemon are so weird. They make no sense. Sometimes you get one and it's like, well, this, like, okay, like Dragonite. That's the best Pokemon in the game, I think. Dragonite is literally the strongest Pokemon in the game. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he is. But he's one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. That's cool. Totally cool with that. I would like to see a variety of CPs. It seems like there's like this level, or these tiers of Pokemon that they've just shoved these Pokemon into and they can't get out of it. It's like, this Pokemon is in a weak tier. You're never going to use it for anything because it sucks. You just have it so you can fill your Pokedex up. That seems so boring to me. I want to be able to see a variety of CPs. I want to see a Pikachu that's got like 4,000 CP. It's like a ridiculous, awesome Pikachu. On top of that, the legendaries that I talked about before, they have CPs that are far less than some of the strongest Pokemon in the game. They're right around like 2k, and you can't even put them in gyms. I think you can only use them to battle gyms. So essentially, you have legends for no reason. They're not the epic Pokemon that they should be, like they are in the story. Finally, customization. You cannot customize crap in this game. You basically can change your hat, you can change your shirt, you can change your backpack. That's about it. There's like 3 or 4 options for each of these categories. You can't do much customization with your character. I think this game needs a huge overhaul in customization. People want silly stuff. If it means putting them in loot boxes, which I'm not even going to get into the pay to win and the pay to play concept it is, because it is a free game. They need more things. They need more customization. And like I said before, you can't show anyone because you don't have friends on the game. You don't have friends list to show them what you look like. So it's basically just for you to look at, which is totally cool if you're just, you know, if you play by yourself and you don't, hey, look, this is my character. That's weird. The game needs to be more interactive with people. They talk about getting out and going and doing things with your friends and being active. Well, give us an option to have a reason to do that other than to just meet up and play with friends. I want to be able to show off like most games have. And last, I want to talk about the Pokemon Go Plus thing. This right here, this little thing. It released, I was like, this is super cool. And it was when Pokemon Go was it was still popular. I was like, this is super cool. I still think this thing is a cool concept, but they made it to where you can only use it and you can use one regular ball to catch a Pokemon. Not your Master Ball, not your Ultra Ball. You only get to use a regular Pokeball. The catch rate on a higher CP Pokemon using just one regular ball with no raspberry, no extra things, you're not going to catch it. You're not going to catch anything. You're going to catch little, you're going to be farming with this. You're not going to do a whole lot, and you're going to miss a lot of Pokemon. Now I understand most people use the way they use it, they're like, I'm not looking at my phone, I'm just going to press the button. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, who cares? But I feel like they should give you the option to set it like, okay, I want to use my Ultra Ball every time, just in case it sees a big Pokemon and I can get it. Secondly, I'm tired of this I'm a passenger bullcrap, that every time your GPS freaks out and your guy goes over here a million miles, and then he comes back and the phone's like, are you a passenger? You shouldn't be playing when you're in the car, and you have to press the button, and then you can't catch any more Pokemon because it's like clear, it thinks you're driving, and then you can't play. You have to restart the app and start all over. It's super annoying. Well guys, that's it from me. I covered as much as I could, as fast as I could. I just wanted to get this out. I know that a lot of this stuff probably has already been talked about, but I wanted to go over it myself. I wanted to talk about it and thoroughly go over it, because I feel like I want Pokemon Go to be a popular game, to be the best game it can be, but at its state right now, it continues to be this dull, uneventful game that's just sitting on my phone getting ready to be uninstalled. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. It helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I try to make different videos. If you want to see more Pokemon Go videos, let me know in the comments below, and comment, let me know what you guys think about Pokemon Go and the things that I listed. Yet again guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.